Hello from the Clouds Guru. Do you know how to troubleshoot NMAP? No worries. I got you. Let's unpack how to troubleshoot installation of AWS Kali Linux in the AWS public subnet, internet connectivity, SSH to Kali Linux from home machine, and troubleshooting NMAP installation. And last one is to scan VPC using NMAP. Step 1. Inspect AWS VPC before launching Kali Linux EC2 instance. Test VPC with CIDR block 10.0.0.0/23 and VPC ID last 4 digits are 8265. I will put it in my notes. We will use 2 subnets, the public subnet in AZA, subnet ID last 4 digits are 56E5, I will put it in my notes. Public route table routes local VPC traffic and default route with Internet Gateway as a target. Network access list allows all inbound and outbound traffic. This means all traffic is allowed to reach subnet. And private subnet in same AZA with CIDR block located 10.0.0.32/27. Route table associated with subnet. Private route table distributes just local VPC traffic. Network access list allows all inbound and outbound traffic. This means local internal VPC traffic is allowed at the subnet level. We have 2 EC2 instances, in private subnet and in public subnet. You can see everything that I explained on the diagram. VPC, public and private subnets, route tables, instances in a public and private subnet. Step 2. Launch Kali Linux in public subnet. We are in the AWS console window. In the search box, type EC2, and go to this tab. From the left navigation pane, find AMI catalog. Then, from the AWS Marketplace AMIs tab, find Kali and choose first option from the top. This is the official Kali Linux image. Pricing tab shows us how much we will be charged per hour. My choice is T2.small instance type. The usage tab provides essential information. I recommend opening the links and reading them. Press the continue button, then press the launch instance with AMI button. We are in London region. Specify name. AMI from catalog is correct. Select T2.small instance type. I selected key pair which I have downloaded already in my home machine. Press edit button for network settings. We want to launch instance in specific VPC and subnet configured by us, not a default one. Select the correct VPC ID and subnet ID. I selected public subnets in AZA. The last bit is to select public security group. You can create it by yourself. I selected security group created by me. Then, press the launch button. We have successfully deployed on EC2 Kali Linux instance. Detail shows us that we have private IP address 10.0.0.5, and no public IP address was allocated. Step 3. Associate public address with Kali Linux instance and SSH to the instance. Let's SSH from my home machine. Copy DNS name, it is part of SSH command. Paste it to text edit in correct SSH command place. I downloaded private key to my iMac, and I need to change permission for them. We are in the terminal window. Change private key privilege. Let's execute SSH command. Oh. DNS didn't resolve the name. We used private DNS name, but we need to have a public DNS name as well. We must associate the public address with Kali Linux instance if we want to SSH that instance. Select Elastic IP on the left navigation window. Press the Allocate Elastic IP address button. Region EU West 2 is correct and sticks to defaults. Press Allocate button. And there you go. We have a public IP address. Now, associate it with the correct instance. From Action drop-down tab, select Associate Elastic IP address. Choose Kali instance. Then press the Associate button. We have now successfully associated public IP address. Double check. Kali Linux instance has been associated with a public IP address. Copy to clipboard public DNS name as we need it for ping and SSH command. Let's ping to Kali Linux DNS name. As we can see, DNS is working. We have public IP address of Kali EC2 instance but ping is not working. Let's troubleshoot it from AWS console. Check networking staff, subnets route table where Kali Linux is. It seems okay. It has default route to the Internet Access Network list. It seems okay also, in and out all traffic is allowed. Last place to check is the security group. Oh, there is the problem. Security group does not allow ICMP traffic. Let's add a rule allowing all ICMP traffic to the security group. Press the Edit Inbound Rules button. Add a rule with parameters all ICMP IPv4, source is 0.0.0.0/0. And then save rules. And done. From my local computer, try ping to instance. And there you go. Now we can SSH. Paste the correct SSH command to the terminal command prompt. Type yes. Again, there's another problem. Permission denied in public key. You can find from AWS documentation that permission denied in public key. Please verify that you're using the correct username for your AMI. Definitely we have internet connectivity, so let's check username for Kali Linux. Oh, I put username Kali with capital K. Let's change it and try again SSH. We connect to the box via the internet. It wasn't easy to connect using SSH. We fixed or added some configurations. Just check if we can execute commands. Do ping to Google. And now it is working. Step 4. Install NMAP on AWS Kali Linux instance. Let's execute NMAP command. NMAP is not installed by default. Let's install it. Oops. We have a problem. Kali Linux is unable to locate package NMAP. This means two potential issues: network connectivity or Kali is unable to locate package NMAP. Kali has access to the internet and DNS is working. I can confirm network configuration in AWS console. Security group allow all outbound traffic. Go to the Network tab and open the public subnet link in a new window. Subnet has routing to the internet. And network access list allow all traffic. This means Kali is unable to locate package NMAP. The problem might be because for the wrong repository. Run the command as you can see on the screen. This command and all use commands from this video you can find in the description. Next step is to update the system. Updating packages. Let's try to execute the nmap command again. Type Y to install nmap on Kali Linux. And we are installing nmap. Now it's done. Try again to execute nmap command. And there you go. We have successfully installed nmap. Step 5. Nmap, scan VPC CIDR block. Let's do nmap scan. Our target is VPC where Kali Linux is installed. We need IPv4 CIDR blocks of the VPC. I edited nmap command in text editor. -v meaning increase verbosity level. -lowercase s and uppercase s meaning scan TCP sync. IP address represent VPC's CIDR block. We can see that we discover 10.0.0.2 with port 53 open. This is AWS DNS. 10.0.0.19 with port 22 open. This instance is in a public subnet. I will confirm that in few seconds. 10.0.0.41 is another instance with port 22 open. This IP address belongs to private subnets. Double check nmap outputs. We discover 10.0.0.5 port 22 open. This is Kali Linux. It discover itself. Let's check those two IP addresses in Amazon console. Both addresses are attached to test instances in private and public subnets, respectively. Let's check IP address of Kali Linux. As you can see, it is 10.0.0.5. You can see nmap is a very useful tool. Let's terminate the Kali Linux SSH session. And there you go. In this video, you have learned AWS networking, which includes VPC, subnets, routing, network access list and elastic IP creation. How to launch Kali Linux from AWS Marketplace. Associate public address with Kali Linux instance, SSH session from the home machine via internet. Then installed and troubleshoot NMAP on AWS Kali Linux instance. And lastly, we have scanned AWS subnets using NMAP. Thank you so much for joining me, and I had a great time in this video. Looking forward to having you in the next to come. And I hope this has been very informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell for you stay updated on my next video. See you next time, gurus.